Today our topic is the Stoic way to build grit and resilience. Life is full of challenges and sometimes it feels like the world is against us. But what if I told you that the way to handle these challenges is not by avoiding them, but by facing them with strength and calmness? This is the core idea of Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that teaches us how to live a good life by focusing on what we can control and letting go of what we cannot. Stoicism is not about being emotionless or cold. It is about building inner strength, grit, and resilience so that no matter what happens, we can keep moving forward. Let's start with the basics. Stoicism was founded in ancient Greece by a man named Seneca, but it became more well known through philosophers like Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius. These thinkers believed that the key to happiness and peace is not in external things like money, fame, or power, but in our own minds and attitudes. They taught that we cannot control everything that happens to us, but we can always control how we respond. This is a powerful idea because it means that no matter how hard life gets, we always have a choice. We can choose to be strong, to learn, and to grow, even in the face of difficulty. So, how do we build grit and resilience the Stoic way? The first step is to understand what is within our control and what is not. This is called the Dichotomy of Control. For example, we cannot control the weather, what other people say or do, or whether we get sick. But we can control our own thoughts, actions, and reactions. When we focus on what we can control, we stop wasting energy on things that are outside of our power. This helps us stay calm and focused, even when things go wrong. Imagine you are stuck in traffic. You cannot control the traffic, but you can control how you react. You can get angry and frustrated, or you can use the time to listen to music, think, or practice patience. The Stoic choice is to focus on what you can control and let go of the rest. Another important Stoic practice is to prepare for difficulty. This is called Premeditatio Malorum, which means the premeditation of evils. It sounds negative, but it is actually a very practical way to build resilience. The idea is to imagine the worst-case scenarios in your life and think about how you would handle them. For example, what would you do if you lost your job, if someone you love got sick, or if you faced a major failure? By thinking about these possibilities ahead of time, you can prepare yourself mentally and emotionally. This does not mean you should live in fear or expect the worst to happen. It means you are ready for anything, and this readiness gives you confidence and strength. When you are prepared, you are less likely to be overwhelmed by challenges because you have already thought about how to face them. A key part of Stoicism is also learning to accept what happens to us without complaint. This is called Amor Fati, which means love of faith. The idea is to accept everything that happens, good or bad, as part of life. Instead of resisting or complaining, we should embrace our experiences and see them as opportunities to learn and grow. For example, if you fail at something, instead of feeling sorry for yourself, you can ask, "What can I learn from this? How can I improve?" When you accept your fate, you stop fighting against reality and start working with it. This attitude helps you stay strong and resilient, no matter what life throws at you. Another Stoic practice that builds grit is to focus on the present moment. The past is gone, and the future is uncertain, so the only time we truly have is now. When we focus on the present, we can give our full attention to what we are doing and do it well. This is called mindfulness, and it helps us stay calm and focused, even in difficult situations. For example, if you are working on a project and feeling stressed, instead of worrying about the deadline or what might go wrong, you can focus on the task in front of you. When you do this, you will find that you can work more effectively and feel less overwhelmed. The present moment is where life happens, and when we live in the present, we can find peace and strength. Stoicism also teaches us to practice self-discipline. This means doing what is right, even when it is hard or uncomfortable. Self-discipline is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. For example, if you want to be healthier, you need to exercise and eat well. even when you feel lazy or tempted by junk food. If you want to be successful, you need to work hard and stay focused, even when you feel like giving up. Self-discipline is not easy, but it is essential for building grit and resilience. When you practice self-discipline, you prove to yourself that you can handle challenges and stay committed to your goals, no matter what. Another important Stoic idea is to remember that everything is temporary. This is called Memento Mori, which means remember that you will die. It sounds dark, but it is actually a reminder to appreciate life and make the most of every moment. When we remember that life is short, we are less likely to waste time on things that do not matter, like worrying about what others think or chasing after material things. Instead, we focus on what is truly important, like our relationships, our values, and our goals. This perspective helps us stay grounded and resilient, even in difficult times. Stoicism also teaches us to be grateful for what we have. Gratitude is a powerful tool for building resilience because it helps us focus on the positive aspects of our lives, even when things are hard. For example, if you are going through a tough time, you can remind yourself of the things you are grateful for, like your health, your family, or your abilities. When you practice gratitude, you shift your focus from what is wrong to what is right, and this helps you stay strong and hopeful. Gratitude also helps us appreciate the small joys in life, like a beautiful sunset, a kind word, or a good meal. These small joys can give us strength and remind us that life is still worth living, even in difficult times. Finally, Stoicism teaches us to be kind and compassionate, both to ourselves and to others. It is easy to be hard on ourselves when we make mistakes or face challenges, but this only makes things worse. Instead, we should treat ourselves with kindness and understanding, just as we would treat a friend. This is called self-compassion, and it helps us stay strong and resilient, even when we fail. When we are kind to ourselves, we can learn from our mistakes and keep moving forward. Similarly, when we are kind to others, we build strong relationships and create a sense of community. These relationships can give us support and strength, especially in difficult times. In conclusion, the Stoic way to build grit and resilience is about focusing on what we can control, preparing for difficulty, accepting what happens, living in the present, practicing self-discipline, remembering that everything is temporary, being grateful, and being kind. These practices help us stay strong and calm, no matter what life throws at us. Life is not always easy, but with Stoicism, we can face it with courage and grace. Remember, you cannot control everything, but you can always control how you respond. And when you respond with strength, patience, and wisdom, you can overcome any challenge and live a good life.